Welcome, dear learners, to another series of Class 12th IP. So, let's start with this subject, Informatics Practices. In short, we called it IP. Its subject code is 065. Here you can see. So, we are going to cover this Class 12 syllabus of 2026-27, but it remains same from last, you can see 2020 say to 27. The syllabus is almost same. So let's discuss the prerequisite for understanding class 12th IP. So that is you should have understanding of all the topics of class 11th, mainly Python and SQL. So here you can see we will going to start with a unit number 2, that is database query and SQL, and its weightage is 25 out of 70. So the class 11 syllabus, if we talk about, so this is the class 11 syllabus that you have already covered in 11. If you don't know all these topics, then what you can do is you can go on my playlist and then you can check on my channel. So this is my channel, Leave for Learner. So here you can just go through this channel, and then in the playlist you will find the playlist of class 11. So here you can see that this is the playlist of class 11, and in this playlist when you will scroll it to the right side, you will find all the related videos. So here you can see syllabus, and then topic wise I have explained each and everything of class 11. So you can read all these topics that are prerequisite from that particular playlist. So if we talk about class 12 syllabus, so these are the topics that are given in class 12. So first is revision of database concept and SQL command, covered in class 11. In board exams, this revision, mainly alter query and other order by query, etc., can be asked in exam. So you should know all the basic queries that are related to class 11. So that is prerequisite, because you should know insert, select, etc. command for working with math functions and other functions. Then the first topic that we are going to start in class 12, that is functions. So we are going to cover math functions, then string functions, that is text function, then date and time function, and then aggregate functions are also there, and query and manipulating. So all these are the topics that we are going to cover in upcoming classes. So let's begin with the first topic, that is functions in MySQL. So before starting any topic, you should know about what that topic means and why we are using it. So functions are the predefined set of commands that is used to perform some task. That means with the help of function, we can get a value in a easiest way. You can consider functions are like ready-made things that are given to MySQL so that we can easily apply it on particular queries. For example, if you want to make a square of a thing, or you want to find out cube root, you can use function. Same way, if you want to round off a certain value in a column, you can do that with the help of round function. And same way, if you want to extract particular string, we can use strip function. We want to fetch the date of today, particular part like year, month, or time, etc. We can do all these things with the help of function. So here you can see a general syntax of a function. This syntax means first you have to write select keyword, then function name. This function name varies with the type of functions, and then you have to write a column name on which you want to apply this function. From is a keyword, and then table name. If you are using table, then you can follow this syntax. If you are not using any table, then you can follow this syntax, select, and then you can write function name, and then you can write the parameters, like suppose select POW, and then we can pass some parameters, so it will give you result. Semicolon is compulsory, as you already know that it terminates a query, so we have to give semicolon. So while working with standard libraries, functions, you have to keep certain points in your mind. The first point says the name of the column on which the function is to be executed must be enclosed within parentheses. That means these are the parentheses. So whatever we are passing in these parentheses, they are called arguments or parameter. Functions always works on parameters or argument. So whatever we are passing in these brackets, that shows the parameters of that particular function. Only one column can be specified with one set of parentheses. So one function call name we can use with the set of parentheses. To use more than one function with the same select statement, functions are written one after the other and you have to separate it by a comma. For example, if you want to use two functions like max and min, you can write select and then max function, comma, then you have to write min function and then you have to pass the parameters. So this is the way we can write more than one function by using comma. If the same function is required to be executed more than one column, then function name has to be repeated in the select statement. So here you can see we are repeating function name, and this particular point number 3 say we can separate them with the help of comma. So that is the introduction of functions. The functions makes our work easy. Now we will talk about this point, that is math function. So let's check. So here you can see the types of function. So functions are categorized into two categories, single row function and multi-row function. Single row functions are also known as scalar function and multi-row functions also known as group function. Here we are taking single values as an input and it will give single value as an output. While in multi-row functions we are taking multiple values as an input and we are providing single value as an output. Okay, so the functions that comes under category of single row functions are math functions, and math functions include power function, round function and mod function. Then second is string functions, or we call it text functions. It is UCASE, upper, same way, LCASE, lower, mid, length, INSTR, left, right, trim, LTRIM, RTRIM. So all these functions we are going to cover, and then we are having in single row date and time functions. In CBSE, date function is included, time is not included, but I will let you know about time functions also. So we will cover these time functions also. While we are talking about multi-row functions, so multi-row functions include aggregate, and they are also known as aggregate functions, max, min, average sum, count, and count star. So these are the categories of functions. Single row is further categorized into three parts, then multi-row, and these are multi-row functions. So let's talk about this first topic, that is mathematical function, and then one by one we will talk about all these functions. So let's start with power function. So here you can see there are two names for this function, POW you can use or power. Whenever there is parenthesis, it tells us that this is a function. So name of the function is POW bracket or power, POWER, power bracket. Then what it does, it returns the argument raised to the power to the specific number. It takes two arguments. Two arguments means this is one argument, this is another argument. So syntax of this is select, then you have to use function name and these two parameters. So here function name is power or POW. It means x raised to power y. First parameter shows the first number and second number is its power. So it is x raised to power y. Suppose we want to find 2 raised to power 2. So what we can write is select, and then in bracket we will write, oh, then we will write function name POW, and then in bracket we will provide 2 comma 2. So this is the way it will give us output as 4, 2 raised to power 2, and then we will get this as an output. Semicolon is compulsory, don't forget to put semicolon. So here we can see certain examples. If you are writing select power 2 comma 4, it will give you result 16. If you are writing 2 minus 2 comma minus 2, it will give you result this. It means 2 raised to power minus 2. Then minus 2 raised to power 3, it will give you minus 8 as an answer. So that is about power function. Now let's move to the second function, that is round function. So round function syntax is round, and then in bracket this is the number and this is the decimal places till which we want to round. Okay, so here certain cases are taken. First, default case is if you have to round a value 1.298. So normally what we do when we take percentage, round off, etc., if value after point is more than 5, we increase value, otherwise we will keep it like that. So in this particular case the answer is 1 because this value is less. If we are not passing any argument, then means it is 0. सिंपल राउंड ऑफ, जैसे आपका होता है 98.2% है, सो व्हाट वी से इट इज 98%. ओके, so same rule apply here. If it is 90.98.5, then we can call 99%. Okay, we can consider it equal to 99%. So see here, the first case is if no parameter, second parameter is defined, we will consider it 0, or we can give it as 0 parameter also. So here you can see this example, select round, then 1.298 comma 0, it will give you result as 1. So this and this is same. If we are writing round, select round and this bracket, then also we will get 1 as an output, and here also we are getting 1 as an output. Second is minus 5.89. Now this 8 is greater than 5, so it will be minus 6. So this number will be increased by 1 and we will get minus 6 as a result. So this is the first case, that is default case. When we are rounding of a value, we are not mentioning any second parameter, round x, and if we are writing round and then we are writing x comma 0, both cases are same. Okay, so next is if d is positive, that means second parameter, this parameter, if it is positive, then what we have to do, x is round up to d digits after the decimal by checking d plus 1th digit. If it is greater than 5 or equal to 5, then dth digit is increased by 1 and the result is float value. For example, this number. Now minus this 3. Now we have to move two sides. एक left side है, एक right side है. If value is positive, we will move to the right side. So this is 1 place, 2 place and 3 place. Third को round off करना है on the basis of fourth place. So this fourth number is greater than 5, 6 वाला. So we will increase it by 1. So answer is 3.799. नेक्स्ट वाले को d प्लस 1th डिजिट को हम चेक करेंगे, उसके बेसिस पे dth डिजिट को वी विल राउंड ऑफ. ठीक है, नेक्स्ट इज इफ d इज नेगेटिव. नेगेटिव के केस में व्हाट हैपेंस इज इफ यू आर राइटिंग -1, देन वी विल मूव टू द लेफ्ट साइड. दिस इज -1, दिस इज -2, तो -1 मतलब 3, इसको राउंड ऑफ करना है. नाउ दिस वैल्यू इज नॉट मोर देन 5, तो यहाँ पे क्या होगा, इंक्रीज नहीं होगी वैल्यू, एंड जो वैल्यू है जिसको राउंड ऑफ करना है वो 0 हो जाएगा और उससे प्रीवियस वैल्यू एज इट इज आएगी. तो आंसर आएगा 20. दिस नेगेटिव नंबर, it round off the value to the nearest 10, 100 or -1000 respectively. This we have to keep in mind. अब second case देखो, -4. So this is -1, -2, -3, -4 and -5. -4 means 1, 2, 3, 4. This value, 6 value. It is greater than 5. So what we will do, we will increase this value of 3. 3 plus 1 क्या हो जाएगा, 4, और बाकी सारी वैल्यूज कितनी हो जाएगी, 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 zeros we will put, 1, 2, 3, 4. So answer is this. You can cross check all these outcomes or queries on online also or on client mode also, MySQL command client also. Okay, we will do practicals also in the next video. Right now I am just explaining these topics so you can go through them. So this is about round function. Then we are having mod function. Mod function always give us the remainder or not question. For example, if I am writing 11 comma 3. So 11 we want to divide it by 3. So 3 3 is 9, and what we will get 2 as a remainder. So this returns this remainder part. Okay. So see here, mod functions returns the modulus or remainder of one number divided by another. Its syntax is select mod dividend comma divisor. Now here a literal number or numeric number to be divided, or this other one is when we are by which number we are dividing it. So answer of select mod 11 comma 3 is 2. Select mod 10.5 comma 3 is, now here we can get answer in float. So 1.5 remainder will be 1.5. 25 divided by 35. Now here this number is less hoga, to always you will get that number as an output. So this is the remainder. Now there are certain cases in which here also 3 is less, then we will get that as an remainder. Divide in yoga, to you will get that number as a remainder. So output of this is this. Okay, output. Same way, if we are dividing 0 by some number, then we will get 0 as a result. And if you are writing select mod 44 comma 0, then we will get an output as null. You have to consider these cases because sometimes these type of questions can be asked, or you can execute them and you can cross check the answer. 0 comma any number, if we are taking mod, then we will get 0, and if 0 is in divisor, then we will get null as an output. If we are having one number greater than another, dividend is greater, then we will get the remainder, and if dividend is less, then that dividend will get as an output or remainder. So this is about mod function. Next we are having we have covered this part of math functions. So we have covered all these math functions. Now second category is text function. Text functions are also known as string functions. Now all these mathematical functions, they work well with the numbers. So it will take only numbers as an argument. Whatever arguments we are providing, these two arguments should be numbered. But if we talk about string functions, so these are the string functions, and in these string functions, it will only take varchar data type or strings as a value. In this, we cannot provide number as a value. And so let's talk about these functions one by one. So first we will talk about UCASE. UCASE and upper are same function. These are the two names. You can use either. Both are correct. LCASE, it is also known as lower. Same way mid, substring, substr, all the three are same. Length function, different. Left and right functions, they are also different. INSTR, that is also a different function. TRIM, LTRIM, RTRIM, they are also different functions. So let's talk about text function. So first text function is UCASE. What this UCASE does, it converts all the string values into capital letter. U means upper letters में convert करता है. So it converts string into uppercase, means convert past string to capital letters. A syntax of this is select, and then we have to use the function name, and then we have to pass the string as a parameter. And in place of UCASE, you can also write upper. Both will return the same output. Okay, so here we can check certain examples. If you are not using any table, you can directly pass string values. If you are using table, then you have to use the clause from table name. And in that, you have to pass in a string as a column name. So we are using without table name, and we will see an output with table also. So see, first select UCASE. अब इसमें हमने जो string pass किया, that is informatics practices. Now this query will convert this informatics practices string to capital letters. So here you can see the output informatics practices in capital letters. Same way, if we are writing select upper class 12th IP. Now here these values we are writing in quotation. That means these are the fixed value that we are giving. So output of this is class 12th IP in capital letters. Now, if you want to apply this function UCASE or upper on a table, then how to write a query? For that, you have to write select, then UCASE function name. Then here in brackets, we will pass a column name. Say you are having a table employee, उसमें e name है, one column. We want to convert all the employee name in capital letters. So what we can do, we can write a query select UCASE, and then we are writing e name from employees. So from employees, here this is table name. So what this query will do, it will convert all the columns value of e name to capital letters. Here we are not using any table, but this is the way to write a query with table. So you can apply these. I will take a practical session also of this after this video, so you can check these results there in that video. Okay, next is we are having LCASE. Now this LCASE is similar to UCASE. There we will convert the string into a capital letters, and here we will convert this into lowercase, or you can say small letters. So syntax is same. Select LCASE string, and then we can write in place of LCASE we can also write lower, and then same string we have passed, and then it will give output in small letters. So this is the output. Same way here also we have taken the output, and it will show answer in small letters. And here, if we are applying it on table, then we will get the name of the employees in small letters output. So what output we will get here is e name column, and then whatever names of the columns are there. Suppose there is a name of Ajay, so we will get Ajay in small letter, Priya in small letter, or any other names, we will get it in the form of small letters. Okay, so this is the way we can apply UCASE and LCASE. Now let's move to next function, that is mid. Now for exam point of view, this function is important, so you can mark it as important, because most of the time 1 or 2 questions can be asked from this function. Function name is mid, substring, or substr. All these three are giving the same result. What this does, in this we are taking 3 parameters. First parameter is string, second parameter position, and n means how many characters we want. Or you can say string, then starting value, and then length of the string, how many characters we want. This is mainly used to find out a portion from a string functions. कैसे करेंगे? See, you can write either mid, substr, or substring. All these syntax are same. Okay, so string means, we are considering this case. So string means the original text that you want to, from which you want to extract a value. Position or start means from which character you want to extract a certain string. And length is optional. If you are providing length, then that many character it will take. Otherwise, it will go till the last. Okay, so let's see some examples, then it will be clear to you. So here you can see example, select mid. Now hypertext transfer protocol is the string that we have passed, and 11 and 8 parameters we have given. Now we will mark the length of this string. This is 1 place, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now space will also be count to 10 ho gaya. Then T 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Then this is space 19. Then P is 20, R 21. Like this you can mark numbers. Now it is saying it starts with 11. So 11 pe we are having T. So it will start from T and then 8 character. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Transfer. 8 characters count करेंगे 11 से 8. So T is 11, then we can consider it 1, then R is 2, then A is 3, N is 4, S is 5, F is 6, E is 7, and this is 8. So we will get transfer as an output. Understood? Once again, check the other example. It is here we have not passed second argument. Start दिया हमने stop value नहीं दी या end value नहीं दी. So here what we will do, we will mark the string values. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And this space is 11. Then I is 12. Then N is 13. So now 9 is written. So 9 means AL. So it will start from A and it will go till the end. So what output we will get? L intelligence. Okay, because second last parameter is not given, so it will go till the end of the string. Okay, now here certain questions are given. You can check these questions. Mid function and computer science 1 comma 8. So it will start from 1 first number and then it will take 8 characters. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It will give computer as a result. Okay, this question is based on table, that is student. Yes, we are considering a student table, and question is write a query to display the first 3 character of all student names. So first 3 characters ke liye we are taking the column name S name, then we will start with 1 and we will write last is 3 from table name. So this is the way what it will do. If we are having S name as a column, and then it will fetch starting 3. Like we have taken an example of employee Ajay, and let's change it to student name. So A, J, A. Second Priya we have taken, so PRI. 3 characters it will take, starting from 1 and then 3 characters. So this is the way we can apply mid substring or substr. Next function is length function. Now, whatever functions we have included in previous like UCASE, LCASE or mid, they are only returning as a string value. But this length function is little bit different. What it does, it gives an integer as a return type. That means it gives the length of the string. Length of the string means उसमें कितने character है उसकी counting देगा. ठीक है? So this is the syntax select length and then string. So here you can see select length informatics. अब informatics में कितने characters है you just count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So here we are having 11 characters. So it is giving output as 11. This length functions always returns an integer value. This is the function that is string type, but it gives string. It takes a string as a parameter, but gives output as a integer value, number value. Okay, math functions always return number value, but string functions may certain functions are giving string value, sorry, integer value. So here you can see length function, capital or small. This is not case sensitive, so you can write this in capital or small, both will work. Computer science case length is 16. It will count spaces also. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. R tak 8 हुए, then this is 9, then 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So output is 16. Same way for data science. So 1, 2, 3, 4, space is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So output is 12. So this is the way length function works. Next is INSTR. That is, this is a function that takes the string value and it gives the first occurrence, first position of the substring. And this function is also returns a value in integer. Okay. So see here, return type is integer, returns integer value. So we have checked that there are two functions that returns integer value. One is length and other is INSTR. Function को represent करने के लिए we will use brackets before them. Understood? So here you can see that we have used this. Now C returns the position of first occurrence of substring in a given string. If the same string is present 2 or 3 times, it just gives the first position of that particular substring. If it returns 0 if the substring is not present in the string. This is also important. Example, यहाँ पे we have taken informatics as a parameter. Informatics में MA कौन सी पोजीशन पे आ रहा है? तो दिस इज 1 2 3 4 5. MA ये 6 पे आया तो फर्स्ट अकरेंस क्या हुई इसकी 6. तो आउटपुट इज 6. अब अगर आपने लिखा AQ, now AQ we are not getting in this, so what output it will give? 0. Why? The same query you will write select INSTR informatics, इसकी जगह पे आप ये लिखोगे AQ quotations में, then you will get output as 0. You can check this. A तो मिल रहा है लेकिन Q नहीं मिल रहा और हमारा आउटपुट किसका चाहिए हमें? AQ का. अगर आप Q हटा देते हो, A डालते हो, then you will get an output as 7 क्योंकि A किस पोजीशन पे आ रहा है? 7 पे. So this is the way this function INSTR works. String is not found, then it will give 0, and if string is found, it will give first occurrence of that. Suppose A के बाद informatics के बाद यहाँ पे भी A है तो first A कहाँ आया है? It will give that position. So answer will be 6. Second example, select INSTR. Third, select INSTR computer science. इसमें for कहाँ पे आ रहा है? तो for is not present in this, so it will give 0 as an output. Same way, data science E. Now E is appearing at 2 places. So first occurrence कहाँ हुई? This is 1 position, 2, 3, 4. Space is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 position पे आ रहा है तो answer is 9. Okay. So this is about INSTR function. Next function is left function. What happens in left function is it takes two parameter, one is string and another is number parameter. So left से कितने characters fetch करवाने हैं? this function gives that. So returns n number of characters from the left side of the string. That means fetches n numbers of character from the string from left to right. Example, informatics में starting के 4 characters चाहिए left से. So 1 2 3 4. तो इन 4 आउटपुट आ जाएगा. ये 4 काउंटिंग है कि कितने कैरेक्टर्स चाहिए लेफ्ट साइड से. लेफ्ट मतलब इधर से. ठीक है, इनको आ जाएगा. सेम वे में कंप्यूटर साइंस में 8 कैरेक्टर्स चाहिए. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. सो इट विल रिटर्न कंप्यूटर. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, data science 6 characters 1 2 3 4 5 6. So data s will be the output. Next we are having right function. It is similar to left, but here it will give values from the right side. From right side it will start, but it will give output from left to right. For example, here you are writing select right informatics 4. So 1 2 3 4. 4 value 1 2 3 4. It will take 4 values, but it will give result from ticks. That means from left to right. Same here, 8 values. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now it will give values, it will count from the right side to left side, but it will give answer from left to right. Then data science, 6 characters. So ins is the answer. Next is trim, LTRIM function. Now these trim functions are used for removing spaces. So LTRIM means लेफ्ट साइड से या फिर लीडिंग स्पेसेस को रिमूव करने के लिए. RTRIM राइट साइड के स्पेसेस को रिमूव करने के लिए. और यू कैन से लीडिंग और ट्रेलिंग स्पेसेस. लीडिंग मीन्स स्टार्टिंग वाले, ट्रेलिंग मीन्स एंड वाले. और इन बिटवीन लेफ्ट राइट से सब जगह से करना है, देन वी कैन यूज ट्रिम. Okay, so here you can see function name is LTRIM. Its syntax is same, select, then function name, then string. So returns the given string after removing leading spaces. Leading मतलब starting spaces, left side वाले. Okay, left side or starting spaces. In other words, it removes the white spaces from the left side. So we are considering underscore as a space. So select LTRIM. If you are writing 3 spaces you have given, then you have returns informatics. Then it will remove all these spaces and it will give you informatics. So we can check this LTRIM with the help of length function, because length functions count spaces as a length. Same way here we are providing LTRIM. So it will remove these spaces, but it will keep these spaces. So here you can see this is the result. Note it removes spaces from left side, not between or right side. Next is RTRIM. RTRIM removes spaces from right side or removing trailing spaces. Trailing means ending or right side wale spaces. Okay? So here it will remove these spaces, not these. Okay, it will remove these. So here you can see the output. Same way here also it does not remove spaces from between. It will just remove the spaces from this side, not this side. Note it removes spaces from left side, not from in between. So length, you can check this example. This is NCERT example. Select length of pen, comma, length of, here comma is missing. You can put length of RTRIM pen. So here the length is 5 and here the length is 3 because it removed the spaces. You can put spaces between that. Next is trim. Trim functions remove both leading and trailing spaces together, but it will not remove the spaces that is between the two words. So, okay, so syntax is this. Returns the given string after removing both leading and trailing white spaces. Sometimes in CBSE exams, this question can be asked which function is used to remove leading spaces, so that is LTRIM. Which function is used to remove trailing spaces, that is RTRIM. Which function is used to remove both leading and trailing spaces, so function name is trim. Okay, so this is an example. It is removing both leading and trailing spaces. Okay, here also it is removing both the spaces. So here you can check the output. It removes spaces from left side and right side, not from in between. So you have to keep this note in your mind. These are the examples of RTRIM, or sorry, simple trim. this you can check, this you can check. Here we are using these as a spaces. So length of this, so this is 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So length is 9. And here after removing spaces, so it is 1 2 3 4 5. So here we are getting 5 as a result because these spaces are removed from this. So here like this we are using length function. We can check the length of the characters after removing spaces. Okay, so we have completed all the string functions. So let's recall all these string functions. First, we have covered first string function UCASE, and that is also known as upper. Second, LCASE, that is also known as lower. Then we have covered mid, that is also known as SUBSTR or substring. Then we have covered two functions that returns output as an integer, that is length and INSTR. Then after that we have covered LTRIM, then RTRIM for removing spaces from trailing side. Then we have covered trim. So all these functions names you should know for string functions. Now let's move to the next categories of functions, that is date function. Now these date functions are working only on the date part. Suppose we are having a date. Today's date is 2026 May and date is 13. So on this particular date we can apply these date functions. If we want to fetch the year, we can fetch this is month and this is day. So now function is the first function. It does not take any argument, that is in brackets we cannot provide any value, and return type of this is date and time part in year, month and day format, or it will also give time. So it returns date and time of your system. So this is the description, return the current date and time. It can work without arguments. Okay, so here we have written a query, select now bracket. So it will give the system date and time. Okay, so current date and time, date is this and time it will take of system. When you execute, it will give you date and time of your system. Then cur date will also not accept any parameters in these bracket, and it returns just date part, not time. So that is the difference between now and this. Now returns date and time, and cur date and time, and cur date only gives date part. Okay, so returns the current date. Example, this is example and this is output. Then date gives you the date part of the expression. So it extracts the date part of the time expression. Select date now. So now will give you date and time. For example, if you are applying it on this, so it will give you date. This is date part till here, and this is time part. So if you are applying it on this, then it will give you only date part, that is this first part, not this part. Okay, so this is about now, cur date and date function. Next we are have function. Okay, day name. So this day name function, it is used to give you the day of the name. That means it takes date as a result and give you day name like Sunday, Monday, etc. We can fetch the day name by using day name function. Select day name now, so it will give you the day name from your date. Okay, same way we can find out the month name. So you just have to give the date as an argument and it will give you the month name, January, February. It returns the name of the month. Select month name. Now it will give you the month name, May. Okay, same way day of week, it will give you the numbering index day of week, like 1 is for Sunday, 2 is for Monday, in that way. So here we have applied select day of week and bracket may, now it will give you 2 as a result. Then next we are having time function. So time function is also similar to date, but here what we are writing in expression, that is time part, and time standard form is hour, minute and second. First is hour, second is minute, and then last two are seconds. So current date will also not accept any parameter. It gives the current time of the system. Select time, then it will give you this time as an output. Same way time function, it gives you the time part of your current date and time. So select the time. Now it will give you the time. Now current date and time are giving the same value, but the difference is when query is executed, and simple time means it will give you the exact time of the system. R will extract the R part from this. Minute will extract minute part, and second will extract the second part. So these are the functions. Here you can see minute. So it is fetching out the minute part of now date or now time, and then second, it will fetch the second parts from that particular time. So this is all about the date and time function. So we have covered all the functions, that is string functions, math functions, and date and time function. And we will continue aggregate functions in next class. If you are having any queries and any doubts, you can just write your comments. I will try to help you out with all those queries. Thank you.